do a quick check-in, okay? And just spend about 2 minutes. What you understand by group executive coaching, number one, and two, what do you hope to gain from this program?
Group executive coaching is new for me, but it seems to be something that clients are thinking about more as I talk with them. And I'm not sure that they know exactly what it is either. So I'm really here to have us, get an experience of what it is, and perhaps go away with some tools as well.
I'm mainly coaching at the moment. So what do I understand by group coaching? I'm coming also a little bit like Renuka. I'm coming from this individual coaching field. So what I also realized, it's exactly the same as what Renuka was saying, is that you can be coaching individually many people from the same team and understand there is an issue here. To make it complete, you have to kind of confront, make them all, group them all into a room and have it something worked out together because of the dynamics which are, with the relationships which are occurring between people. So this is why I also feel the need now to be doing group coaching as to make my interventions whole and complete.
This is different. This is maybe a group of 7 or 8 people, much more intensity. You're meeting for an hour at a time. And so I'm just, I'm really curious about that. I don't feel very confident about group coaching, to be honest. I have a lot more comfort and confidence in the one-on-one.
How do you tap into the wisdom of the group? So if you're in a didactic coaching, you're really sort of tapping into the individual and sort of empowering him to come up with his own answers. And so I also want to know how you can do that in a group. Really tap into the group's wisdom. And the second thing is more about negative capability.
The reason why I am attracted towards a concept like group executive coaching is that in a lot of transformation work that one has been doing, one is seeing the impatience of the clients to get on with things. And if you're using coaching which is one-on-one, though it is effective, it at times takes a lot of time as well as it's expensive. So they want something which is a more powerful tool which can kind of get the whole process speeded up and also gives them more value for the money. So that's, I think, from a business perspective. From another perspective, I think, from my personal skill perspective, I think I have a perspective about what you need to do when you're trying to transform organizations. So that's more organizational. Or from a coaching perspective, the individual. What is left in between is the group. Okay? So I thought that was a gap which I needed to take care of. Also, I think a very powerful aspect which comes in is not just the formal structure of an organization which you are trying to transform, but the informal network and structure which is there. And a lot of that cannot be addressed unless you are doing something which is a group work.
You raised some very critical issues. Okay, one you brought up about the invisible organization. Okay, not everything is manifest in an organization or in a group. Okay, that you can point your finger out and say, okay, this is what is precisely happening. Sometimes you might think that this is what's happening in the group, but a totally different dynamic occurring in the group. Okay. So how do you understand? Is there like a science? Is it an art? It's neither a science nor an art. Okay. Sometimes it's just your intuition, your gut of what's happening in the thing. And the more aware you are of your own issues, concerns, anxieties, and your own persona and your own shadow, the more interested you will be in discovering the group shadow. These are the questions that oftentimes come in your mind, right? How is group coaching different from dyadic coaching, right? And how is group coaching different from other forms of group learning, right? And how is group coaching different from team coaching? Typically, I've found that these three questions pop up in people's minds, okay? So I've been a dialect coach, let's say, and I've been working one-on-one with people. I'm very successful doing that. So how is that different from working together with people in a group, okay? So Renuka, how do you think the group coaching will be different than a dialect coaching scenario? You're a dialect coach, I'm assuming,
I'm a
right?
dialect,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I've just, tiptoed into the group.
Okay,
That's
so-
why I'm here. So I guess the immediate thing that comes to mind is when you're doing one-on-one, you're only dealing with creating rapport with one person.
Right.
Trust, right? It's about trust and confidentiality. The moment you have a bunch of people, you first have to make sure everybody's feeling safe.
Right.
For me, that's the
Mhm.
beginning of the difference.
Okay.
The second is the whole group dynamics thing, that you have to, there's not just one thing at play here anymore. The agenda is often not just the spoken agenda, it's
Right.
really other people's impressions and.
Uh-huh. And Ashley, how do you think it'll be different from other forms of group learning?
Well, our more traditional forms of group learning are done in a more kind of expert versus
Right.
student, right? So
Right.
that's definitely not the case.
More inductive.
The facilitator is there to support the group, so the group is empowered, the group is almost, well, I guess they're equals, right? It's not like there's someone who's senior who's imparting knowledge. It's also not about knowledge.
Right.
It's about maybe self-learning and then learning about others, so team dynamics learning and self-learning.
Right.
And, yeah.
Okay, good point. And I want to just share something that's called the banking system of education that we've been so used to, traditionally. I also grew up in that system, right, in India. The banking system of education is this. The teacher is the expert, deposits knowledge in the bank. The student writes the check and draws the knowledge. That's the banking system of education, okay? Group coaching, folks, is not the banking system of education. This forum itself is not the banking system. I'm very much a part of the group. Okay, and I'm affecting the group and the group is affecting me. So I'm part of the group. I don't stand here like the expert here on a pedestal that I have more knowledge than you. I may not have enough knowledge in certain areas. A secret is a very powerful
It is.
but you hold back from somebody. And so you are saying, okay, I am part of this group, I bring in this energy to the group, I'm taking this energy from the group, taking the learning, and I'm going to hold this back. Only Noel and I will know our little secret, dirty little secret. Okay?
And then people do get an idea that there is something.
Of course they do.
I mean, there people are hiding.
But they cannot pinpoint it because it's too,
Yeah.
it's too intrusive to say, hey, are you having an affair?
Buzz off.
And the analyst sort of knew because he had seen.
But you know,
What was going on?
just to talk about the energies of something like this, where you say that, the individuals are actually taking from the group, but they're not giving back.
Giving.
So that flow of give and take and receiving and how the flow should continue. Because you give and you receive and you give and you receive, but when you're holding on to it and you're only taking, then the whole dynamic and the equation just snaps off.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why they felt betrayed.
I can see why they did, I'm just saying.
But it was,
I can see
a
both
year
ways.
long, right? So
A
it's
year
not
long.
like just a couple
Yeah.
sessions, right?
Yeah.
But it comes in, I actually don't know what I would do. It's
Yeah.
really, really challenging. If you get a sense that there are two people in your group that are kind of connected, it could be even same sex. I'm not saying it's a,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they have a private friendship or
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
talking just the two of them. That's easy to pull out.
Right.
But if it's an affair,
Right.
I don't know if I'd want to pull it out because some secrets are there, secrets for a reason,
Right. That's-
Like, I don't know, I'm struggling with
Yeah,
that.
Me too.
I
What you
know.
hold back from a group will inevitably hold you back.
There you're in this.
Yeah,
It'll come to you.
at a point, group will feel stuck about something.
Yeah.
The movement in the group will not happen.
the rhythm of the group gets affected.
But if you out something like that, and
Yeah.
you see it, you know, and you start to out it, that's such a responsibility. It could have huge consequences
Of course.
for families, for
Oh, yes.
individuals.
Oh, my goodness, yes, yeah.
Right,
Are you
exactly.
prepared
So there are
to do
consequences both ways.
And in this case, the lady was married previously.
So the group trust here is very important.
Yeah.
Is a trust. It gets down to the trust issue. Okay. Can we now trust these guys moving forward?
Do I know?
Can I trust myself enough to want to trust this group?
Yeah, it's like, you know, I kind of knew these people and now I don't know them,
Yeah,
you know, because
it's a very gray area. But I bring this in because you'll see stuff like this happening all the time in your work.
But I've also seen once the comfort level develops,
Yeah,
then at that point people don't mind sharing.
yeah, yeah.
You know that trust building that we are talking about? Once that is formed, and I think we'll experience it in our sessions.
Yes, we will, we will.
Some amount of it.
You get the call. I'm the HR director saying, Ipshita, we have this senior vice president, and I've heard a lot of nice things because Ashley has worked with you in an organization. She's great. She talks very well about you. Can we have a meeting? I'd like to. So you have the meeting, and I'm saying we want to hire you. You're the coach now. Remember, okay? We want to hire you. This is what are your charges? You'll say, well, I charge 5,000 for every 30 minutes or 10,000 for every 30, whatever the case may be. Okay, it's agreeable. Done.
Yeah.
Done. Here's the contract. Okay. Please read through this, and if you want to go take a look at it, you could go take a look at it and just get back to us and just sign it off, send it to us. Do you take an advance before you start work, Ipshita?
Yes.
Yes? How much advance do you take?
Well, hold on. I want to first.
Okay, wait a
talk
second. Now I'm
more
asking
about
you, how
this.
much advance do you take?
20,000?
20,000? Done. We'll send you a 20,000 advance check. When can you start the work?
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Hold on. Now, I need to understand a little more about this.
Okay.
And so, who am I going to be coaching?
Okay. We'll tell you all that.
No, but it's important for
Okay.
me to know that.
Who? It's
Is it
going to be
you?
a
Is
no.
it
It
gonna
is
be
senior vice president in a company.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
And at this point in time, I'm not at liberty to share with you the name of the person and all that. We will assign that person to you. Your contractual agreement is with us.
okay.
We are paying the bills.
Okay.
We are inviting you to work developmentally with our senior vice president.
But that's not how coaching works.
Okay?
That's not how our organization can help you.
Okay, why is that?
Because this person has to be equally involved in the process.
Ah, there you go. And let me tell you one thing, and I don't know, with all due respect to all our coaches here, oftentimes what happens is that the coach,
Where's the
because the
check?
coach is so desperate, get the contract. Bhai, jaldi karo, wrap it up, yeah?
Check though.